This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve Irvin with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A story developing in North Phoenix. A man and a child shot and now in critical condition. The shooting happened near 24th Street and Cactus Road sometime before 10 Sunday morning. Phoenix police say they got called out to the home on a family fight. No word yet if the two victims are related. However, neighbors tell us they know the little boy that lives in the home where that shooting happened. Several people heard the alarming moments when something went wrong.
I heard a gunshot, and then I heard a child scream for a long period of time. I heard just a child scream bloody murder at the top of his lungs, a non-stop long scream.
Phoenix police not releasing names or ages of the victims or if any arrests have been made in this case. Once we find out, we'll let you know. Also developing right now, the investigation just beginning into a deadly shooting involving Maricopa police. Officers responding to a call near Smith and Key Road and White and Parker Road for reports of a man with a gun making threats. Officers say they made contact with the man who was later shot and killed. It's unclear what led up to the shooting or if the man was armed. We're making calls to get more information. With inflation slowing and showing no signs of slowing down, states are preparing to relieve the stress by suspending the gas tax or offering stimulus payments. But while saving money down the road is great, many workers need help right now. You may remember rideshare drivers in Arizona went on strike after Lyft announced a 55-cent fuel surcharge to rides that drivers think just wasn't enough.
What is that, 50 cents? You got that in your change cup, you know? It's not worth it.
As we've reported, Governor Doug Ducey says he has no plans to suspend Arizona's 18-cent gas tax. A Chandler company developing an eco-friendly alternative to rubber tires. The engineering company Global Air Cylinder Wheels raising more than $2.5 million over the last 6 months to fuel the program, according to our partners at the Phoenix Business Journal. The tire is an airless mechanical design constructed out of steel. Preparations are underway for this year's Arizona Game and Fish Outdoor Expo, happening next weekend at the Ben Avery Shooting Facility on Black Canyon Boulevard. The free 2-day event features hands-on activities and educational presentations on archery, fishing, and Arizona's wildlife. Check your cabinets. 3 lots of milk of magnesia are being recalled due to possible bacterial contamination. The popular over-the-counter product for heartburn and constipation could cause intestinal distress. So far, there have been no known reports of illness due to the contamination. The FDA has put the recall labels on its website, fda.gov. After about 6 months of legalized sports betting in our state, today new numbers show there is a big disparity in the amount of money waged versus the tax revenue gain. An economics and accounting expert telling KJZZ in the last quarter of 2021, Arizona only brought in about $5 million of total revenue. That's despite having almost $1.5 billion of bets made. So if you break it down, $10 on a lottery ticket each week, that's Arizona about $3 in tax revenue, versus the same $10 in sports betting, which only raises about 10 cents. One person you won't see, but you will hear a lot at the Oscars. She left her job in corporate America and took a blockbuster-sized leap of faith and snatched a spot at the Academy Awards.
I could tell something was up when I ran into you as old as daycare, so I made some calls. It would have been better if you told me that you had been fired and that you and Dr. Shepard were living apart, but I can explain. Sure you can, but you understand my concern.
That's actress Janora McDuffie. Longtime Grey's Anatomy fans may recognize her as Janet, the social worker from several years ago. And now Janora is lending her vocal talents to the Oscars, serving as this year's announcer. As one of the only people of color, the Academy has chosen Janora, who is also part of the LGBT community. And she says none of it is lost on her.
To whom much is given, much is required as it goes. So as much of an honor as it is also a responsibility. It's a responsibility to keep paving the way forward. And it's also a responsibility because I'm stepping into a space where representation absolutely matters. So I don't take it lightly at all.
Most of her announcements at the Oscars will be heard live.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens with a look at your forecast as we track some big changes as we start the new week. Temperatures dropping nearly 10 degrees and winds really cranking up tomorrow. Gusts at 30 miles per hour here in the valley throughout the day. Temperature-wise, we'll be at 63 degrees at 6 a.m., low 70s at 9, and then 80s starting around lunchtime and continuing until the early evening. There's also going to be a chance for showers. Slight chance throughout the day, but that chance will be increasing late tomorrow night as this storm system moves in from the west. Now, this is not only going to bring rain chances to the valley, but it'll bring snow chances to the high country with areas above 6,000, maybe 6,500 feet in elevation, getting an inch or two. Flagstaff at about the 1 to 3 inch range with this storm, and we'll get another drop in temperatures as it moves through on Tuesday. So temperature-wise here in the valley down to just 70 degrees on Tuesday. Then we'll dry out and start to warm things back up. Low 80s by the end of the week, mid to upper 80s this weekend.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.